Bam, bam. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another Commander Radix stream. Is anybody there? Can anybody help to get me out of here? Because you're walking down a road that I can't go. Was the line of the poet Mayday Parade. Last stream we did, nobody showed up. That's fine, because today we're doing an interview. This is a video that's meant to be like rewatched, so it's not entirely just a stream. It's like an actual content. So this will be left up, but so that's why I'm putting on the entertainment voice, even though literally nobody's here. But we are doing a new part in the interview series. Now that's kind of weird, given that the last video in the interview series was like 2017? Let me check. It was the Twisted Ambition interview, 2018. Streamed live on July 27th, 2018. So, we are a bit behind. But years later, we're finally back to the interview stuff. As I've said before, I intend on interviewing all the members of the Lazy Koalas, and that's what we're here to do today, because today we're here to interview the one and only Ultrox Infinity.
Hello. If I could rearrange the alphabet, I'd put you and I together.
Mm-hmm.
When you said the one and only, I thought you were going to see MC the Lazy
Boy. MC the Lazy Boy.
It's just so ingrained in my mind.
I hate those videos. I hate that whole rap battle.
It's a dark time.
It's a dark time. I got some interview questions, but if anyone in chat, as I glance at that empty screen, if anyone in chat wants to contribute, I'll ask him any questions you guys ask that are interesting. I got some
I'm
questions.
just a man. I'll answer any questions.
I got some questions here that hopefully we can work off of. And yeah.
Are these questions 2 years old?
No, these questions were written a few minutes ago.
Nice.
Excellent. All right. But for those of you in chat who do not know who Ultrox Infinity is, he is a member of the Lazy Koalas. He is one of the more active members of the Lazy Koalas when it comes to content creation. And his channel link is in the description twice. So,
Nice.
check that out. Alright, so I guess we should start off with, introduce yourselves to us, Ultrox Infinity. Who are you?
Wow. My name is Ultrox Infinity. If I could rearrange the alphabet, I'd put you and I together.
Okay.
That's all I know.
That's all I know. That's all my identity. That's all who I am.
I'm a man. I'm 21 years old.
Are you... Okay. I didn't realize you were younger than me.
Well, not that. I mean, my birthday's in like a month.
Okay, I see.
I am from Washington State. I made a YouTube channel 10 years ago, and I have regretted it ever since.
Beautiful. Beautiful. That's right. It's been about 10 years. I'm so sorry. You're one of the...
That's like kind of like... I didn't like get really into it until like 8 years ago or something.
You're one of the greats. You're one of the ancestors. You're a YouTube generation above me. Or two generations above me, maybe. Because I came up...
Markiplier and I made our current YouTube channels months apart from each other.
Oh, really? Because I kind of came through YouTube on the in the Leafy is Here generation. That was the era of YouTube when I was coming up. But you were there like just after everything had really started, right? Like it's just sort of who were popular when you were like Tobuscus.
Smosh were the big boys.
Smosh
were the big boys back in my day. That's what everyone aspired to be, was Smosh.
Everyone aspired to be Smosh. Alright, so I guess my next question is, in your terms, how would you describe what do you do?
Goodness. Well, I get up in the morning. I usually lay in bed for like a good like half hour or so. I look at my YouTube from my phone nowadays. Okay, is that not what you're asking?
You could go with that. These questions are whatever you interpret them to be, and then if I have anything I'm looking for, I'll ask more specific questions.
I suppose I'm a gaming YouTuber. If I were to describe myself as a YouTuber.
Do you not describe yourself as a YouTuber?
No.
Oh, really?
Person that makes YouTube videos as a hobby.
Then what would you define a YouTuber?
A YouTuber just sounds like so formal. I'm a YouTube user.
Yeah. I am a signature. I signed the end user's license agreement to be on YouTube.com.
When I think of YouTuber, I think of like Philip DeFranco or something.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so you're a gamer. You're a gaming YouTuber.
Dude, I love gaming.
You
It's my
love
favorite thing.
gaming. What's your history with gaming like? How'd you get into gaming?
Oh. My dad's a bit of a gamer.
Ooh, a bit of a memer.
An OG gamer.
OG gamer.
I grew up playing the PS1, the original PlayStation, which I'm sure the PS2 is probably around most of the time. My family has always been late to every console generation, so I grew up on old technology.
Ah.
I was using AOL dial-up for a long time. And I got my first PC in 2009.
Nice. What's the
My
first?
first game was Left 4 Dead 2
Oh,
on my
Left 4 Dead
PC.
2.
That's
You
why
have a.
We had to build a gaming computer to run Left 4 Dead 2
Oh, Jesus.
because our family computer couldn't run it.
So your first game was Left 4 Dead 2. That's interesting.
Well, not in life, but I'd say that marks a strong point in my gaming career.
What was your
I grew up
first?
on things like Resident Evil and
Oh boy,
Spyro, PlayStation 1 games,
nice. What? So would you say that you got into gaming because your family, or at least your father, is a gaming type person? Do you think that kind of spread down the line, or?
He very, encouraged it. We all had, the kids had Game Boys and stuff growing up. And
Oh wow! So that's very interesting when you contrast that with my history, where games were forbidden until about middle to high school. And, besides like simple computer games like Reader Rabbit and stuff like that, besides that, games were verboten. Were not allowed until like. I've told this story before about how my mom just like came in with an Xbox 360, and I'm like, "Are you sure?" Because I've been conditioned like there are 3 things you can never have: drugs, or like you can't smoke tobacco, you can't do drugs, you can't do alcohol, and you can't play the video games. But now we're breaking that. And if you pull one string, the whole thing begins to fall apart, Mom. I'm gonna become a drug addict.
Oh God, video games are a gateway drug.
I saw something from a psychologist. A psychologist was looking through some research, and he discovered that that there's a reason that a lot of quote unquote smart people, or at least people with high IQs, tend to be gamers. Now I'll ask you, why do you think that might be the case?
I don't know. I guess a lot of gamers have like computer literacy or whatever. So
That's a good point.
maybe they're
The study found
people
that
who are plugged in are a bit more, might be smarter. I don't know, but
the study found that for example, in school, I think an experience that a lot of quote unquote smart people experience in school is they get a worksheet from their teacher, and then they do the worksheet, and typically they do it significantly faster than the rest of the students. Then they go up to the teacher and say, "Hey, I did this worksheet," and the teacher's like, "Cool, cool." And then the kid's like, "I guess, is there something else for me to do? Is there another thing I can do?" And there really isn't. Besides, like in my experience in school, like they would be like, "Oh, you can play games on your computer or whatever." They would give you just. I have to, as a teacher, I have to focus on everyone else and what they do. You're moving too fast, so so school doesn't really challenge you that much. But these same people would, and the study doesn't necessarily say like playing games in school after like doing worksheets. It's not about that. It's about when those types of people play games, they go through a level at their own pace, and then after that level, there's another level. Like the game goes to their pace as opposed to, like the everything else. Like this is like the one thing that they can really work on and do stuff on, and because of that, they tend to play games a bit more because that can, what's the word, satisfy their needs of progression, and that was the argument in those studies. Weird tangent.
That makes sense.
Yeah. Let's see. So we hit your first game in your upbringing with games. That's a very interesting contrast to my own. Let's see. So, at what point did you decide you wanted to record games and put them on the internet?
Oop. I think it was just like a popular thing at the time, probably. Thing to do. It was probably Minecraft, if I remember. My oldest gaming videos are no longer on YouTube. It was a channel that has since been deleted, so I can't go back and view those anymore.
Well, let's talk about I don't know which. I have a few questions here that are all sort of connected with each other. I'm not sure which to go through first, but
Let's just blow them.
That's a weird way to phrase that. But I guess since we're sort of touching up on it, let's walk through your history on YouTube. Where would you ultimately... What is the earliest possible point you could say could be the start of your time on YouTube, or the start of Ultrox Infinity?
Ooh. Well, my earliest YouTube channel was a channel where me and one of my friends, elementary school, did absolutely horrible like little skit videos because we wanted to be Smosh.
Is this the one with Wolfman?
Yes.
I'm
hesitant to say anything because they're still on YouTube. I can't remove them. You could look them up.
Oh no! Oh, I see.
And they're embarrassing for me. And they say my real name in it, which, I mean, it's not really that big of a deal for me, but I have very little internet presence as my actual identity.
Right, yeah.
But, yes. Wolfman and other character.
The character.
And this was in 2008?
So this is like the height of Smosh. The inspiration is that Smosh zeitgeist, that culture that was developing at that time in early YouTube.
Yes, I mean, early Smosh videos are all stupid, but it's just it's the cringy things you see on the internet. Two kids doing stupid things in front of their camera because they like playing to the camera. They don't make actual content. I'm out of breath.
So here's the question. If you were looking at that video and you weren't you, like, let's see, it's hard to put this hypothetical.
Well, nowadays I'd probably just see it and then just like have no reaction and then just skip it.
Yeah, I don't think many people would have much of a reaction. Like, oh, here's some kids having fun on the internet. Let's move on. So I think a lot of stuff we attribute to being cringe is things that it's because we hold ourselves to a unrealistic standard compared to what we hold everyone else to. But yeah. So you make those skits.
I think I told this on the Lazy Koalas podcast once, where near the start of my YouTube career, I would go to Fred's YouTube channel. This was back when YouTube channels had like little chat room with things.
Yeah,
YouTube was a completely different landscape back then. And you
definitely.
could
Yeah.
edit HTML text colors and shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
And
The the golden age.
I kind of missed it for a very long time because you could customize your YouTube channel a lot more than you can nowadays. But
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
about the only good
definitely.
thing about it.
Yeah. I also like that there was a feature where you could like organize your subscriptions into different feeds, and I
Yeah.
I like that feature.
I guess nowadays it's just more streamlined, whatever.
Yeah.
Internet's a different place nowadays.
Yeah.
But I'd go there and I would do sub for subs on Fred's YouTube channel with other people to inflate my subscriber count,
Excellent. Now,
which is just
was
such a early YouTube thing to do.
now what channel were you sub for subbing on? Like which? Like it's
This
not
is
your
the the skit videos with my friend.
the skit channel. How much
I probably did it similar things on older channels too, but
how much subscribers did you get eventually on that channel? The
oh
very
man,
first.
let me look it up. Oh no!
Jesus.
It's not many. We have 17 subscribers.
Oh God. Oh boy.
A lot of work went into that. I assume more people unsubscribed. I assume
Right.
we haven't gained subscribers in 10 years. Oh, it's been 11 years. Oh, goodness.
Oh boy. So sub for sub skits. Uh,
One of these videos has 500 views. That's not okay.
500. Oh boy, Jesus.
So yeah, so that kind of petered off. I'm not. Weirdly enough, like this last year, the guy that I made that YouTube channel with messaged me and he's like, "Hey, how's it going? It's been years since we've talked. We should meet up sometime." But we haven't met up yet.
Right. So
But so after that, Left 4 Dead 2, I said was a big game. I was in a clan in Left 4 Dead 2 called SBF, Super Best Friends.
super best friends. Okay.
Yeah, what a cool clan name, am I right?
It sounds wholesome. I like it. Super best friends.
And I was an admin in this clan, and I was very proud of it. And I created a YouTube channel called SBF Ultrox MGA.
Ooh.
Because back then my name was Ultrox MGA, not Ultrox Infinity.
And I think you said this before that Ultrox MGA came from like
This on anything before. The poster was of Ultrox, a character from a very short-run TV show called Alien Racers.
Alien Racers.
Alien Racers Ultrox. And that is where my name came from.
Hold on, where's my? Hold on, let me try to find my webcam. There I am. Let me rearrange that. Alien Racer. What am I looking at here?
So
Alien
I tried to make a
Racers.
username that I could like remember. So
Characters.
Yeah.
Characters Ultrox, voiced by Brian Dobson. Who else does Brian Dobson voice? Dot Hack Owl, Harold, Dr. Gero in the Ocean dub of Dragon Ball Z, Red Alert in Transformers Armada and Transformers Cybertron. All right, I know that dude.
My
Okay.
brothers.
My brothers. Ultrox is both a scientist and an explorer from the planet Alpharon. When he was born, Xeno energy destroyed his arms and legs, forcing him to utilize robotic prosthetic limbs. Ultrox spent years studying Xeno energy with help from the onboard AI of his vehicle/mobile laboratory Vacon, voiced by Ian James Corlett. Who's Ian James Corlett? Voiced Goku in the Saban dub of Dragon Ball Z. Did he voice anyone in Transformers? He voiced Cheetor in Beast Wars. Okay. Selected by Minister Prime Apex. To compete in the alien races, Ultrox, with persuasion from Jack, agreed, finding opportunity to study the Xeno energy
Oh,
up close by competing.
wait. I remember something too. That's also where I got the name Seed Rock.
Oh no! I see it! Seed Rock, voiced by Michael Kopsa! I was gonna ask where Seed Rock came from. Michael Kopsa voiced Beast in X-Men Evolution, and nobody in Transformers.
But that's like a very secret Easter egg. Like I came up with the name Seed Rock, or the character Seed Rock, way longer after I created my Ultrox username. So it's a callback.
Seed Rock is a powerful gangster and a very rich personality who handles bets people make on the races. His face is not shown for half of the series. At first, only his red eyes and 2 tentacles are visible. In Backseat Drivers, his true form is revealed. He has bright red scales, green eyes, tentacles for feet, and actual hands, like a red cicala. Huh.
It's accurate of a description of
Alien Racers? I have never heard of this.
I think it only like ran for a season on some like Saturday morning cartoon channel.
Oh, Gary Chalk was in this? Who did Gary Chalk voice? It's not telling me who Gary Chalk was. Gary Chalk is the voice of Optimus Primal. Dravix.
Kind of similar kind of like early 2000s weird CGI animation as like Beast Wars and stuff.
It does look very Beast Wars.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. I have no idea about this. I have never seen this.
Large revelation.
This is a large revelation. Alien Racers Ultrox. What does Ultrox look like? Oh.
He looks horrible.
He looks horrible. Okay. Alright, so we've got the origin of Ultrox.
And then Infinity came from Infinity Ward, who made Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2, one of my also early Steam games.
That's true. Yeah, okay, I see. Alright, so we were super...
I've never came up with anything original in my life.
You know, I was Primus Prime 22 for a long time.
We share a similar origin.
Right. So we were at Super Best Friends Ultrox MGA. How did that go? How was the Super Best Friends?
I remember, I think the first video was of something from the Super Best Friends Left 4 Dead server. Mostly like random YouTube videos, and I think I may have done a Minecraft Let's Play. And I had a horrible mic at the time. I think I probably had the same mic when I started the Ultrox Infinity channel.
So...
I also started my Call of Duty editing on... Because I had a friend from the Super Best Friends server.
Oh, really?
Who started editing Call of Duty, and he's like, yeah, you should try it. Here's a download link for Sony Vegas.
Was it a pirated
where
copy?
I started Sony Vegas editing.
Nice. That's perfect. So how far away...
through downloading it.
What's the distance? But like, how long after Super Best Friends did the Dead Fit production start?
Well, when the Dead Fit production started, I was still using that channel, so probably like a year or so, maybe, or less.
Now, who describe some of the characters that were in Super Best Friends? Take a walk down memory lane.
My Left 4 Dead clan?
Yeah.
Oh boy, there was me, there was Voltslive, it's his current username. He used to go by Freeman. He was in some Dead for Productions videos.
Ooh.
There was that Call of Duty editor, who I was friends with for a long time until he disappeared off the face of the earth. I don't know what. This isn't a very good question. What is wrong with you?
I'm sorry. Okay, so we're transitioning out of Super Best Friends and into Call of Duty editing. How did the
We
Super
weren't
Best...
actually super best friends. It was just a weird name
Right.
for that clan.
So how did the Super Best Friends end? Did you leave, or did everything just stop and you're like, oh, okay? Like, how did this come to a conclusion?
Uh, Servers started to die out as Left 4 Dead became just less popular over the years, and the server got, of course, even more unpopular, and then I left at some point. I don't remember why, but
Gotcha.
so
Okay.
eventually my username became outdated as SBF Ultrox MG on YouTube, and I didn't have any real following anyway, so I decided to make a new channel. At
Nice.
that point, I was already going by Ultrox Infinity on like Steam and everything.
Oh, I just saw that Alien Racers was created by MGA Entertainment.
There you go.
There we go. That's Ultrox MGA. Okay.
I don't know what else they make. Well, like Winx Club or something. I remember Winx Club was around the same time.
Oh, I remember Winx. Yeah.
Yeah, a Winx Club.
Winx Club. Why did I Google image search Winx Club?
Sure.
That's weird. Okay, so tell me about the Call of Duty editing phase.
Oh,
How did that go?
I think I did it as kind of like a hobby on the side and discovered this like community, and then like the start of my current channel, I was still doing Let's Plays, which is my bread and butter.
Ooh.
But then I started to get more views on my editing videos, and I started to get into that a lot more. And then I started applying to clans, and I got into a couple of them, which you're supposed to only be a part of like one clan at a time. But I put in so many applications that multiple people accepted me.
Oh God.
I'm like, okay, I can do that.
So it's safe to say
It's a
that you're...
weird little world.
Is it safe to say you're pretty good at Call of Duty?
No,
Oh. Just
I
editing
was
Call of Duty?
mediocre at editing Call of Duty at the time.
Oh, oh boy.
That was good enough for some people. I would actually, when I got into my main clan, which was SKR, which I don't even know what that stands for.
Really? Okay.
I probably knew at some point, but they'd invite me into their little Call of Duty lobbies to set up trick shots and stuff. I wasn't the one doing the trick shots. I was the one getting shot, but you know.
Really? Oh man.
Yeah.
Hey, let's use this as target practice.
You know, I'm just an editor. I'm not a player.
So, are any of the clans you are a part of still kicking? Still living?
Highly doubtful. SKR shut down. Another one I was a part of shut down. Thermal, they're probably not around anymore. They were probably like the biggest one I was a part of. They had like 7,000 subscribers. Which
That's
I don't think I ever even had a public video on their channel. They just kind of freelanced me out. It was a weird world. Like they had members who would put up content on their own channels, and I'd edit for those people, not like edit videos for the main channel.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
So that's like getting a Lazy Koalas dude to edit Lazy Koalas videos, but also editing other people's videos in the Lazy Koalas.
Yeah.
Wow. So at
And,
what?
there is one channel that I was around for the inception of, but I like edited the channel trailer for it, for this clan. But then I found out that they were using view bots and sub bots like right away.
Immediately.
So I was
wow.
like, I don't want to be a part of this. I'm leaving.
Oh, that's interesting. That's nice. You took
actually,
a stand.
I made an enemy that day because there was a person in part of that who I was editing his montage or whatever, and I was like, I'm sorry, I don't want to be associated with this. I'm sorry. And this guy was a better editor than me, so I don't know why I was editing his video. And he got angry at me and started disliking my videos and stuff.
Ah, jeez, that's.
Yeah.
Were you being paid for editing this stuff?
No.
No.
Paid in exposure.
Paid in exposure. They were using you as some cheap labor. I see. Did did they design a bot to dislike everything from your videos, or?
Obviously, they gave up after a while.
I see.
The videos don't get dislikes anymore.
Nice. So.
And so that channel actually, it was weird. It like morphed into like a channel that doesn't really do Call of Duty. It's not a Call of Duty clan anymore. It's like someone's personal YouTube channel. I don't know if they bought it or something, but they were like active last time I checked, and they had an active audience, and it was weird.
Oh wow.
And so the first video on their channel is something that I edited. It's weird.
Nice. So that's the SKR.
So
Ultrox.
eventually I got tired of editing. It's a weird world and it's a weird process, and I just went back to doing Let's Plays.
All right. Did you? I think did you develop your own like little small fan base around your editing in Call of Duty? That when you stopped, you had to try to shake them off.
Yeah, it's very similar to your experience. I felt for you when you were trying to shake the transfer stuff.
Right. You were seeing history repeat itself.
And also, like, for a while, there were like people that were like, "Oh, this is great. You're doing great. Like, I like this stuff too." But then they just faded away eventually.
Yes, it's like, I'm here for the Transformer stuff. Can I do other stuff? Sure, because I'm programmed to be a good person and say, do whatever you want to do. And I do, and I'm like, okay, I'm out of here. Like, I was asking because I didn't want to lose some people. It's like, sure, I'll be gone though. I just want to tell you I'll be gone. Ay caramba. Okay, so we've kind of gone through the Call of Duty era. I guess
I've said before that most of the subs on my channel are probably from the Call of Duty days. Like 300 out of 390 of my subscribers are from that time.
Wow, and that was a long time ago.
I like steadily lose subscribers though, so I don't know if like those people finally realizing that I still exist, or if it's new people that are leaving. I'm not sure.
Yeah, because after years they should have known, especially when you've gone through several different eras of uploading daily.
Close to 500 plus videos or something.
Right, yeah. So it should... That's confusing to me how people be like that sometimes. But let's see. So we've kind of gone through the Call of Duty era. Let's, I guess, rewind a little bit to the conception of the Dead Fet Productions.
The Dead Fet Productions.
What was the... I can only imagine the process that went into the creation, because you've got an organized motif of the Deadpool Jango Fett thing. You had an intro. You had to set aside time. When did the idea of the Dead Fet Productions first spark into someone's mind?
I don't know if I could trace the specifics all the way back. I think probably it was that Nightclub saw that I was making videos, and he's like, that looks fun. Hey, we should try to do that. So I've always felt like Nightclub has a bigger ownership of the Dead Fet Productions than I do. It was kind of more his baby. But, I mean, there probably was a time where I cared about it a lot, but... Maybe it's just because he's always like the in-front camera person whenever we're doing videos together. He's like, hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Dead Fet Productions.
Mm-hmm.
Which Nightclub's very good at. He's very vocal.
Yeah, he's got that camera presence. He's got that production quality narration.
I've always said that Nightclub could do good at this if he gave it a good shot.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, if Nightclub figured a way to make content on a regular basis and played the game of looking at the trends a little bit, I could see him running like a solid, like, maybe one day like 100,000. Or maybe we'll say 30,000 to be on the safe side, but I could see him growing significantly if he played the game a little bit and figured out how it all worked and tried to find a way to find that balance between uploading content regularly and spending time on that content. He could definitely do pretty well.
Yeah. He's got a great video personality. He's also very loud.
Yeah.
Very loud man.
That's kind of what you need. I think
That's what you need as a YouTuber.
Yeah, Twisted Nightclub have what it takes to be a good YouTuber, I think. I think I have my loud moments. But my moments like come off more as like spurging out than actual like showmanship.
You have a weird confidence about you that no confidence. It's you guys gotta realize it's confidence on YouTube is different than confidence in real life.
Absolutely, it is. Yeah,
you got a lot of video confidence.
Video confidence, yeah. So Dead Fit Productions. How did? Let's talk more about how that started out and the dawn of it.
Yeah, I was making Minecraft videos on my old channel, and then Nightclub's like, I like Minecraft. We like playing Minecraft together. We should start a YouTube channel. Is how I assume it went. I don't remember.
Yeah.
In our earliest video, I obviously knew how to record things. I was set up, but Nightclub had never done it before, and so on our earliest video, Nightclub, well, neither of us have any mic audio.
Oh,
so
I
we're
remember
typing
this, yeah.
into the chat to try to commentate.
Nice.
It's like because he didn't know how to get his mic working to record.
Nightclub has progressed significantly since then.
he knows how to record something now.
Right, yeah.
He knows how to edit things now. Look at him. My baby boy. I think Nightclub has always tried to take after me and use me as inspiration for videos, which is nice.
Yeah, that's a good thing.
I like seeing Nightclub do things.
I do like seeing Nightclub do things. I would like to see him do more things. But, yeah.
So yeah, all of our early videos are Minecraft. This was during Minecraft craze.
Right. Around how many years into your online career was the Dead Pet Productions?
This was about 3 to 4 years.
So we're in Batman.
So the first year was stupid skits. Second year was stupid gaming videos. Third year was different productions. I always thought that if we had
I absolutely agree with that. I look at the Dead Pet Production and I see every now and then there'd be a comment with there'd be a video with a few comments on it, and you seem to have cultivated like a small Dead Pet Production fan base that could have easily grown out a bit more. Yeah. So
I think we benefited also from having little like distinct characters. It's just something I've struggled with on my channel. I'm a U and an I. That is my character on YouTube.
A U and an I. Yeah. A urinary infection.
We probably would have run into trouble with using licensed characters in our videos at some point, but
right.
Whatever. We got by fine with at the time.
What do you think was the closest... Hold up, let me kill this living being on my desk. Okay. What do you think was... What was the height of Dead Pet Productions? What was something you're like, oh yeah, this is our height. We are flying in the sky before things start to slow down?
Probably the start of our quote-unquote season 3 or mid. We had a lot of series going, and we were having fun with it.
Yeah, let's break this down. First off, the seasoning. The seasoning.
It's Nightclub's idea. It was Nightclub's idea.
Hold on. I actually like the seasoning idea. I actually like that.
The seasoning is a little salt, little paprika.
But if you think about it, of course, I like the idea. That doesn't make sense from a marketable standpoint. That's the entirety of what everything I've ever done has been based upon. Doing things that don't make sense. But yeah, I actually like the seasoning.
It's a decent idea. Execution could have been handled better.
Possibly, yeah, I could see that. Um, it does. It is a bit confusing when you first take a look at it, but I don't think it takes too long, especially if you're looking at like the list of uploads or playlist, where it's like, oh, okay, I see how this works.
Yeah. Just sort it by oldest and then work out.
I should also ask, were there any content creators or YouTubers around this time period that really inspired you to create stuff like Let's Plays? Because
Oh
obviously
goodness,
you can't really say Smosh influenced you on this.
so there were probably like YouTubers I've completely forgotten, but I know like the creatures were a big thing early on for me, but I feel like that was more around like 2012 or something, but maybe my timeline is off. These creatures, Sly Fox Hound, who is a member of the creature, Paper Bat VG was a major inspiration for me. Look him up. He's a streamer now, so I don't watch him.
Right. Remember, kids, don't watch streams. I say as I live stream. Um, Another question. I think we kind of jumped the part where you got Sony Vegas and all of a sudden you're like an editing master. Like, I believe you're probably the best editor out of the Lazy Koalas when, if we like all try to do our best editing, you know the ins and outs of Sony Vegas. How did you learn to edit so well?
Oh, I think I've always, at least I've said in the editing video that he just kind of just brute force. You just make things and then eventually you get better at it. And you can see like from my early Call of Duty editing videos, and they slowly got better and better. And there's a few stinkers in there, but that's just normal.
Do
And I
you.
had a friend at the time, like I said, who introduced me to Sony Vegas, and he helped me a little bit. So I never
And
really watched many tutorials or anything. If there's something very specific I need to do, I'll look it up to see if it's possible in Sony Vegas.
uh-huh.
But that's about it.
Nice. Now, would you say you enjoy editing if you were like pretty much purely an editor for some point in time?
I I like editing sometimes.
Now that I have a computer that's capable of like I can see the video preview when I'm editing videos, and like the whole thing doesn't freeze up if I click on something, I'm starting to enjoy editing significantly more than how it was on my laptop. Like
And
like when
also,
I can see what I'm doing, that's like a revolutionary thing.
I think I liked editing Call of Duty, and then until I stopped liking it because it became more of a chore than a hobby.
Right,
And then
yeah. Yeah.
I liked Let's Plays because I didn't have to edit as much.
That's true,
And
yeah.
then, but then also I slowly over time I started like editing Let's Plays that involved more editing because I could put more creativity into the editing again, and then rekindle my love for editing.
Nice. Okay,
And then so
I
now there's some videos that put a lot of work editing to, and then others that are quick, easy throw together.
nice.
So
I gotta throw to intermission real quick because I really gotta pee. It's a
no.
crisis on Infinite Earths. Let's go to intermission real quick. Let me. Why do I have so many text scrolls? All right, I'll be
Thanks for
right
watching. See
back.
you soon.
And we're back. Okay.
Oh, I was
So,
just about to say the N word.
oh no, no. Um. So, Dead Fit Season 1 was when you were growing. When did... Actually, let's talk about the Dead and the Fet. Uh,
This is good. This is like 60 minutes.
what was this... How... What... Who decided to be dead and like how did that the Deadpool and Django Fett motif? Is it like I just like Deadpool and I just like Django Fett, so let's combine the two.
I think it's probably something like that.
All right.
I'm a notorious Deadpool fan. Yes, I was a Deadpool fan before the Death Productions.
Right. Yeah.
I haven't just been saddled with Deadpool this entire time.
How did your Deadpool obsession begin?
I don't remember. Probably like he was probably in like a comic with Spider-Man or something. 'Cause I used to read Spider-Man comics as a kid.
Oh.
And then I read Deadpool comics, and I remember I knew of Deadpool before the X-Men Origins Wolverine movie. Which Nightclub did not. That was his first introduction of Deadpool, which is very sad.
That's unfortunate.
But of course, at the time, I didn't really mind. I didn't realize until later how horrible it was.
My first... Oh, sorry, I had to kill a bug. Why are there so many bugs here? It's a clean room. My first encounter with Deadpool was Marvel Ultimate Alliance. Although that was my first encounter with a lot of Marvel characters.
That could be one of my early encounters, at least. I played that game on the PS2 as a younger person.
I played it on Xbox 360, and then my Xbox fell over and like engraved a circle within the disc, and I was sad. And my mother had to get me another one. I'm like, thank you, Mama.
That happened to me with Dead Space 2 on my birthday.
On your birthday? Oh no, that's a shame.
I never really asked my dad if he had to just go buy another copy or if the people at GameStop were kind enough to replace it. I'll never know.
Yeah, okay, so
after that, I started treating my Xbox like a queen, I'll tell you.
A queen. So you got into Deadpool. At some point, you became like some sort of Deadpool lore expert. You kind of just kept going.
I think being a part of Deadpool as a part of my identity on the internet helped, and I started reading more Deadpool comics and stuff.
Nice.
I think it was just a character that I liked when I was younger, and then it grew from there. And then I'm pretty sure he was my Minecraft avatar, and that's kind of what started it. The Death Productions part of it. I think something similar happened with Nightclub, where he just liked Django Fett and put it as his Minecraft avatar.
I see that even today, Nightclub's profile picture includes some aesthetic elements from a Mandalorian helmet.
Yeah, when we were designing his new logo, which I helped him make, we talked about it's kind of like a bit of a Dark Souls aesthetic, bit of a Django Fett aesthetic, bit of a Shovel Knight aesthetic.
It is, yeah. I appreciate the Nightclub logo. I think there's a lot of stuff where if you like take a moment to like stop and look, and it's like, oh wow,
Yeah,
that's in there too. It's like a work of art where like the longer you look at it, the more you can interpret from it. Speaking of profile picture, I've noticed your Discord profile picture is something new.
Yeah, I just oh yeah, I found. Oh, I should send you this website. I don't know if this website is caught on yet. It's this like Japanese website that you can create like little avatars and a bunch of different styles.
Oh,
I think some people on Twitter have heard about it, but
is this the
really niche thing?
Is this the website that's the origin of this profile picture?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you had like commissioned an artist or something.
No. it looks that good. They end up looking really good.
Yeah, it looks well done.
And it's just a little character of me that I designed.
That's pretty good.
Me looking annoyed. I don't know.
Let's see. So we talked about Deadpool. Any particular Deadpool run you're a fan of? Or Deadpool story arc?
Controversial. I like the
X-Men Origins Wolverine.
X-Men Origins Wolverine.
Controversial.
It's my favorite. Can't take it from me. Wait, let me look it up. Sorry, my keyboard's very loud. Deadpool.
All I know about Deadpool is I know he killed the presidents once. I know he had the daughter thing going on. I know he helped Nazi Captain America.
Yes. Controversial. I like the Deadpool storyline about his daughter and his lover, which culminates in Deadpool: The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly, which is a volume of Deadpool comics that I quite enjoyed. The artwork's very good, written by Brian Posehn, who's a comedian, but he did a very dramatic Deadpool arc that I liked. So.
I know Cullen Bunn did some Deadpool stuff.
I don't think people liked that run of Deadpool because it got kind of serious.
Oh, really?
On poor Deadpool-y, but I like the human moments of Deadpool. It makes his meminess less cringy.
Okay, so Deadpool. Okay, so
Deadpool movie. Also, that's another thing. I was a fan of Deadpool before he was popular. I'm a hipster Deadpool.
A hipster Deadpool fan. I was a fan of Transformers during its dark ages, during the Unicron trilogy days, where the franchise almost died, and then Michael Bay had to come in and say, "Guys, remember Transformers exists?" Which, some people will say you should have let the franchise die after the Unicron trilogy instead of let Michael Bay step in. But
through the good and the bad.
Although, to be honest, I don't think a lot of stuff has been worth since the Michael Bay. Well, I guess there's. This isn't a history of Transformers video.
No, please. I love Transformers. It's one of my favorite things.
Is it? You have participated in the ever famous Transformers lore series.
Oh yes. I remember that video is not well received.
You consistently get a lot of hate on videos where you narrate the Transformers lore videos. Because I usually give you scripts with the intention of, making it funny that this person who isn't a deep lore Transformers guy has to deal with all these concepts. But then nobody in the comment section gets the joke, and they're yeah.
And I tried to play into that a little bit in my readings, but and I'm fully expecting that you'll pick the worst reading.
Yes, absolutely, I will. But nobody in the comment section gets the joke, and that was part of the reason why I stopped doing Transformers lore. There's a multifaceted, multi-layers to why I stopped Transformers lore, and just the fact that so many of the commenter base of those videos just didn't know how to take a joke, didn't see the joke, and would attack my friends who are just memeing in some narration. I'm like, okay, guys, you're kind of messed up. Get out of here. No one will miss you. That type of deal.
I was never gravely offended by any of your fans, though.
Right. Let's see. So, Deadford Productions, you have Season 1 starts it up. How's Season 2? How did Season 2 go?
Which one is Season 2?
The second one. Okay, you seem to have something to say about...
remember what series those entailed.
Well, what about...
Terraria and some Minecraft, I see.
Well, what about Season 3? You said Season 3 was probably the height of the Dead Pit Productions.
Probably. Season 2 was kind of expanding our horizons. We jumped into a little bit of Terraria. We started Portal. Season 3, we like kind of really ventured out. I like that kind of like having lots of series going at the same time.
I like that idea as well.
Because I don't know how or what. It obviously didn't work out too well. We didn't finish most of our series, but
Right.
I think the variety of content was something that I liked being a part of. So,
Oh yeah.
because we did things like Dead Space was a big one. Dead Space culminated in our tribute video, which has a crazy amount of views. Which is kind of like a whim thing. I was just making a video tribute for Dead Space, and then I was like, hey, we should probably put this on the Dead for Productions because we have a series of Dead Space on there.
Mm.
And then now it has 66,000 views.
Oh Jesus! Wow. That's another thing we should talk about. You occasionally do a tribute video here and there. What's the deal with that? You like that sort of stuff? I don't know the right question to ask to get us talking about that, but
I think
yeah.
it's kind of a bit of a similar to editing Call of Duty. Like, I lost my words. Matching clips to music, and it's just something that I like doing. I feel like it's a way for me to put my enjoyment and passion of something into being. Like, I really love Stranger Things, make a Stranger Things tribute, and now that satisfies my urge to love.
Okay.
It satisfies my passion.
All right. Yeah, my mother did a lot of music videos like that, and that sort of inspired me to do my own. So, like, I think I've done 2 music videos, one on a cartoon, another on comics, which is significantly harder to make a good music
That'd be
video.
a little hard to do.
Yeah, with comics, but that sort of inspired me on that front. Wow.
My tributes were mostly of using footage of game trailers, so it was a lot easier to edit. But like my TV show ones, Jessica Jones and Stranger Things, were all compiled with just I downloaded the TV show onto my hard drive and then put it into Sony Vegas. It was an incredible amount of work.
Oh jeez.
Finding aesthetic clips and such.
I have a weird feeling when I look at your Assassin's Creed 3 tribute video, because I get the feeling that I saw that before. Like,
probably
when Assassin's Creed 3 came out, when its like first trailer came out, I saw that, and I wasn't even really a fan of Assassin's Creed at that point in time, but I saw that and I'm like, oh well, that looks cool. And then I looked that up more, and then I looked up music videos because I was a music video boy at the time. And I feel like I've seen your Assassin's Creed 3 music video before.
It's a distinct possibility. It was I made a couple of them, and the most popular one was quite popular. It had thousands of views. I don't even remember how many views it had. Tens of thousands. Until YouTube took it down. So
Yeah,
it was my most popular video for a very long time.
There's no way to confirm it, but that would be crazy if my first encounter with Ultrox Infinity was watching his Assassin's Creed 3 tribute video years ago.
It's a possibility.
It's a possibility. So tributes. So the height of Dead for Production, season 3 we're talking about.
Yes. And then we weren't. Well, I think we were still getting like decent views at the time. We've certainly gathered a lot more views over the years that it's been inactive, but we still have that decent little tiny microcosm of a community. But it just, I don't know. I think we're now looking back, I appreciate it a bit more because I don't have anyone commenting on my YouTube videos, but. By that time, I guess it wasn't that big of a deal because we kind of just started petering off, by releasing less and less videos and recording less and less, and then until the point where it had been months since it'll upload, and we decided to stop doing it. And then we put out a final batch of unreleased videos, and then released our final video of goodbye.
Goodbye, yeah.
Which is very dramatic.
It is. Changed the channel name entirely to Goodbye Lazy, Goodbye Dead Pet Productions.
Quite dramatic.
Right.
It's a very dramatic final video as well. It's a tearjerker.
We have contracted cancer and will die soon. Goodbye, everyone. And even still,
not something we did lightly, though. I think nowadays we'd probably like let it sit and then eventually make a video. But
yeah, but even
it's a
though
definitive end,
the Dead Pet Productions kinda in a way was annexed into the Lazy Koala Empire, since we have both of you in it. So it's not.
It's a weird thing. I feel kind of weird that me and Nightclub are like still together in a group gaming channel. It's just kind of weird. He's not in like a ton of the videos, but he's kind of there, and I'm there, and we don't acknowledge it.
Yeah, I like the idea of the Lazy Koalas being this group, but also within that group there are like some, like in Marvel Ultimate Alliance, if you have like certain you have certain characters together, like this narrator does a dramatic voice of the name of that team. Like I like the Lazy Koalas' flexibility in that regard.
We have a lot of ships.
We have a lot of ships, yeah. Let's see. You have the Dreadcore and Ultrox pairing is key.
A classic.
You have the Dead Fet Boys. That's been annexed, sort of like how like.
You know where the real quick the Dreadcore and Ultrox pairing came from is after our first recording session of me, Lays, No-Pet, and other people, and Dreadcore was also there. After we recorded a couple videos, Dreadcore was like, "Anybody want to stay behind, play some games?"
It sounds like Dread.
And I was like the only one.
That's like, yeah, that sounds like.
So we started playing Orcs Must Die 2 together, and I recorded it, but those videos never saw the light of day.
Alas. There's like a 20-part Minecraft Let's Play that I recorded before I even did YouTube, just to see what it'd be like to record a game. That's me and my sister. And I'm thinking maybe I can censor some things and like re-edit it and like frame it as like, here's like some of the first videos I've ever made, a Minecraft multiplayer Let's Play with my sister. But yeah, it's all archived on my external hard drive. I have it all. So
incredible.
That's an idea for the future. But the Dead Fit Productions died. Let's see.
When did the Dead Fit Productions die anyway? 2014. So shortly before I joined the prequel to the Lazy Koalas.
The prequel to the Lazy Koalas. And there you said there have been ideas of bringing the Dead Fit Productions back. Personally, I think Dead Fit Productions would work sort of as a subset of the Lazy Koalas, like a special series on the Lazy Koalas, like with its own little branding and stuff, but still on the channel. I think that would work.
We Nightclub always talk about doing some co-op endeavor together. And we still record videos together every now and then, but
yeah,
we don't really know where to put them. So
wherever your heart tells you. I'm open for any Ultrox and Nightclub, or with Nightclub, or Nightclub video on the Lazy Koalas. And
there was a time after the Lazy Koalas kind of shut down that there's a few videos on my channel of me and Nightclub doing things like Red Dead Redemption and things, but now that the Lazy Koalas is in a state of like uploading
right, yeah.
More free game.
Yeah, I need to work on the next highlight video. I have like all the clips, I just need to stick the intro back onto it. But so around the same time as the Dead Fet Productions, the Ultrox Infinity. When was the switch from Ultrox MGA to Ultrox Infinity?
it was near the start of the Denver Productions, probably like season 2 of the Denver Productions.
What was the why did you change from MGA to Infinity?
Uh, it just had. I wanted my name to be Ultrox, but then people would call me like Ultrox MGA, like because it was all a one string of words, and so I wanted the separation of Ultrox and MGA. But that's like, what the hell is MGA? People would say Ultrox Mega.
Ultrox Mega.
So I don't know why I didn't just go by Ultrox. I wish I did, but so I went by Ultrox Infinity.
Ultrox Infinity. Nice.
And then people would call me Infinity.
Yeah, I hated when people called me Prime when I was Primus Prime. Call me Primus, don't call me Prime. But
and Ultrox Infinity is just a better name than Ultrox MGA. Well, again, Ultrox would just be better, but at least with Ultrox Infinity, I get that little UI logo, and that gets me hard.
Excellent. You can't do that with MGA. You can't combine 4 different letters into one.
That'd be impossible.
I'd like to see an attempted UMGA combination character. But okay, so around the time of Deadfoot Productions, I watched a Deadfoot Productions video recently. It was a Minecraft video, and in it, I believe Nightclub mentioned that, hey, Ultrox is going to be starting up his channel soon. So is there like a hard transition between you doing your own stuff, then Deadfoot Productions happens, and do you like focus on that before you decide to branch out and start your own channel again? Alongside it.
I think I had like a launch of this channel.
So that would be
probably a limbo there where I decided that I didn't want to do anything on SBF Ultrox MGA, and I wanted to make a new channel instead. But it's so fuzzy. It's so long ago.
Yeah, so let's try to think of how many channels it took to reach the current Ultrox Infinity channel. You have the one where you did skits. Is SBF a separate one from the skits one?
Yes.
And was SKR Ultrox a separate one from that one?
No, that was never a distinct channel. It is my PlayStation username though.
Gotcha. So that's 2 so far. Deadfoot Productions. Did you have any channel besides those 3?
I don't think so.
So it was Skits, SBF, Deadfoot, Ultrox Infinity.
Yeah.
Theoretically.
Theoretically. I've tried to do side things. I've made weird YouTube channels that I've never uploaded to.
Oh, what sort of YouTube channels are we talking about here?
Near the start of my current channel, a spin-off channel for the Walking Dead videos that I never uploaded to.
Like what sort of Walking Dead
I had a distinct channel. I had an idea for a channel where I'd do multiple playthroughs of The Walking Dead and try different like mutations and such, like doing a jerk playthrough, which I kind of did on my streaming.
Yeah.
Or something like that.
Yeah, I remember that, yeah.
And then that just seemed like way too much work. And that was back when it was just Walking Dead the first season.
Oh, yeah.
I had a very embarrassing thing around the time of the skits videos, right? I started a toy review channel.
Ah, what sort of toys?
Like Star Wars and G.I. Joes. Like the whatever series was coming out at that time.
I gotcha. Frankly, I probably would have watched those because around that time period was when I was watching a lot of Transformers and Marvel toy reviews and Star Wars toy reviews at that time.
Me too.
Anything else? Any other strange side channel projects that could have happened?
I made one recently for a podcast that I probably will never make.
Oh yeah, I vaguely remember that. Yeah, that was like interviewing. Like other, was it specifically smaller creators?
Yeah,
Yeah,
amateur content creators.
yeah. Which, is kind of being a bit
Here
fulfilled
we
here.
are. Here
Yeah,
we
here
are
we
today.
are. Anything else
Had my hand
besides
in a
that?
lot of cookie jars. And then this Lazy Koalas, I was around for the inception of that.
All right. So the Ultrox Infinity channel that starts up. Uh,
Yeah. I have a
how?
weird thing where if you go to the start of my YouTube channel, I guess I put 2 videos out at almost the same time or at the
Right.
same time. My first video was supposed to be of the graveyard, but I think technically my first video is a Walking Dead video.
Um.
Also, at the start of my channel, you could tell that I wasn't used to cursing as well. It's very awkward when I curse in one of those early videos.
Nice. Uh. So at what point? So I guess some stuff you do on the channel. How about the 12 Days of Christmas? When did that start up?
Oh my goodness. You mean the 12 games of Christmas? Get it right.
12 game. Yes, yes. I've been a fool.
I don't really. I think that was at a time where I was uploading quite frequently. I put out like 100 videos in a year or something.
Ah, that's true.
And,
You did go through one year where it was insane. Because I think from like the beginning of everyone's channels up until like 2016-ish, I made a spreadsheet just trying to see like who uploaded what on what day, and Ultrox was like easily
year
the
where
champion.
I had over 200 videos.
Yeah, it was insane.
And I don't even remember why. I think again I was just grinding. That was back I think when I like unironically played games on the channel. And I thought I could play 12 of these in 12 hours.
Oh, that's right. That was
Which is
the
what the
ones.
first one was.
Nice.
I recorded them all in one day, then edited them, and then released them all on Christmas.
That's how it's done. All 12 days are in one day.
I don't know how I did it. I'd kill myself if I recorded 12 videos in a day.
Yeah, how did that happen? It's insane.
I don't know.
I'm even thinking to like when I made videos like that, like my early Katawa Shoujo videos, I could not record 12 of those sorts of videos in a day. That's insane.
I can't even get a single game to work in a day.
That's true. Yeah, it is game show. Oh man, that's insane. That's power. That's pure power. That's pure Yakubian energies.
Back to around that time, it just felt easier to record games, even though I had a crappier computer and it was slower, and my video software editing was slow. I don't know, maybe I just had more time and patience on my hands.
Have you ever told anyone IRL that you do YouTube stuff?
Rarely. I'm a little embarrassed of it.
Right.
It's because I have a lot of videos, and a lot of them are embarrassing.
Right, yeah. Yeah.
Like some of my newer videos I might be okay with people seeing, but if they discovered some, like me masturbating on a Call of Duty disc, I'd be very embarrassed.
That's true. Yeah, that's a video. That's a star video. That's a classic. I'm the same way. Like some of my newer videos, like actually not like in public. I am a like intensely private person who barely says anything. So just the very fact that if people look at my videos and see me talking with any sort of confidence is just like it will completely break and shatter their perception of me that I don't want to be shattered. So I probably wouldn't want anyone I know to even know that my current videos are coming out.
I wouldn't by choice, but if it happened, I wouldn't be heartbroken.
But
I don't want my mom tells people about my YouTube. So
Yeah, mine does too, and I don't like that. Um, but I don't want people to know about my whipping Nay Nay in an Optimus Prime helmet video.
Ah, come on, that's golden.
Is it? Okay. Um. So, any other classic stuff? You did the annual Call of Duty video for a while, or like whenever a Call of Duty game came out, you did a Call of Duty video for a
That's
while.
true. I think that was a response to a bit of my Call of Duty edit, and also at the time, like Call of Duty Ghosts was such a shit-looking game. That was when
That's
the Call of Duty franchise was at its steep downturn.
those were always star videos. At some point, you started making games, apparently, with the end.
That was 6 years ago.
Oh wow!
In high school, I enjoyed writing,
Hmm.
which is not a hobby I have anymore. I kind of wish I did. It seems like I had fun back then, but I was also a bit of a sad boy going
Hmm.
through a high school emo phase. So
Right.
I made like this gritty Walking Dead inspired double choice adventure.
Hmm. Did you make anything like? Did you make any other games besides the end?
Not really.
Not really is not a
I
no.
had, had a
Ultrox.
sequel expansion of the end planned called Outbreak, I think. And
Ooh.
then I was kind of writing for that before I get petered off. And then there was a detective one that was also a multiple choice adventure game. It was mostly
Nice.
just that.
Sounds pretty cool. Anything else you, from a
I
writing
tried to get
standpoint?
like Game Maker and stuff, but
Uh
thank God I never put out a Game Maker game. Those are so shit.
Jeez. Um, as far as writing is concerned, what other stuff did you write, if any?
There's this thing that Nightclub knows about, and it's such a distinct memory in my mind. There's this time where I woke up from my slumber, and I had this story in my head. I didn't dream it, but it was just in my head when I woke up. It's like I'm putting this as if it's some kind of like an apple falling the tree on my head, and I discover gravity thing.
Right, right. God gave
But it
it
was
to
a
you.
story that I was really like into for a time, and I just wrote it out so like eloquently,
Ooh.
and it was this like it's really dark story. It's around the same time, and about like I envisioned it as a stop motion animation movie short film, but I wrote it out, and it's perfectly in my mind. It's perfect, but it probably wasn't that great. And it was about this bunny, stuffed animal bunny that
Mm,
was getting like bullied by these other stuffed animals,
right.
and then he goes on a killing rampage, and
I see.
that's the basic explanation. It was darker and slower and more melodramatic, but which I didn't really like get bullied a lot in school or anything.
Oh,
It's
really?
just, I mean, a tiny bit, like not more than most people. I don't think.
Okay.
I think everyone gets a little bullied in school.
Yeah, yeah.
And,
So,
and then this was multiple computers ago. It was saved in a text file, and then it was lost to the ages. Very
oh
sadly.
no.
I really
Burn.
wish I still had it. But
Yeah. It sounds like the burning of the Library of Alexandria.
there was a scene in this where the bunny holds someone into the fire as they burn alive.
Like, hold someone in the fire?
Holds someone into a fire as they burn alive. Yes.
Would that not burn the bunny?
You know, It mostly burnt their head.
Oh, yeah, I see. Uh, so, what were the emo sad boy high school years like?
Pretty much that. It's me writing and making YouTube videos, pretending that none of my YouTube videos I think are particularly sad. It was a outlet for me to have fun, I suppose. Didn't have a lot of friends in high school.
You know, I'll be honest, a lot of the koalas, I'm like, if I had known you in school, we probably wouldn't have like naturally become friends. We become friends because I put a post on a Reddit asking to join the group, and I'm like, okay, I'm here now. But I think from this description, I think Ultrox would have been someone I probably would have been a friend with in high school. That probably matches up. That sounds about right.
Ultrox made himself very distant, so I doubt
Oh, okay.
willingly became friends with anyone.
Yeah, I wasn't known for pushing to be friends with anyone either, so, you know, maybe that wouldn't have happened. I like Nightclub, though. I probably would. I don't know. Doesn't Nightclub do some sports stuff? Or
He did
some
back in high school. Yeah.
Yeah, that would probably put me. That's not entirely true. But I didn't tend to do well with, like, sports players. Not like out of like a, oh, you play sports, I am immediately going to isolate. It's just like the type of people who did sports tend to not deal with me. And they also tended to have their own community, so they didn't really need to have any need to speak to the quiet kid. But, yeah.
Also, Nightclub wasn't much of a jock, though. He also did band. He was more of a band geek.
I was kind of attached.
Like, I think a lot of his
band.
friends came from band.
I was like band adjacent. Like I wasn't a member of the band, but like I went to all their concerts and I was friends with a lot of them. Just kind of attached. I'm like, I'm not a band person, but whatever. So
My high school didn't have any extracurricular activities.
Oh, really?
Well, they probably had some like clubs that I wasn't aware of. And they had a class. What's it? You know, where there's presidents and stuff.
Class where there's
Council. I don't know.
Oh, student council. I see. Were you part of any sort of extracurricular thing at any point of education?
I was in the Boy Scouts as a kid.
Oh, you were a Boy Scouts. The Boy Scouts
I
held like
reached
a
the rank of
large.
Bear Scout.
The Boy Scouts held a lot of like influence in my high school. It was strange, but Scarface was a Boy Scout.
Nice.
Scarface's stepbrother, who I bought the Soviet hat from, was a Boy Scout.
Maybe it's every Southern person. Scarface seems like he'd be a Boy Scout.
Your mic kind of was glitching out there.
I said maybe it's every Southern person, but Scarface seems like he'd be a Boy Scout.
Right, yeah. Scarface is currently in Alaska with the U.S. Army.
He's surviving off his knowledge he learned in the Boy Scouts.
That's true. Poor Scarface. Why'd you join the army, Scarface? You fool. So the Ultrox Infinity channel. Let me open up my notepad. Learn to edit, seasoning, your first game. Okay, so I guess actually we could go to this. When did the collaborations start, especially with regarding the Lazy Koalas people? How did that come about? When did that come about? Why did it come about?
I think it was after the Death Productions ended, and I didn't have anyone to bounce off of anymore. So I reached out on Reddit. Actually, no, it wasn't. I'm remembering a key piece to the puzzle. There was a group gaming channel on YouTube that I applied to and was accepted into. I don't even remember how I think one of my friends was also in it. One of my friends from SBF.
Oh, SBF, we're connecting the continuity.
And it wasn't like the Lazy Koalas. It was like formal, and like a bunch of different YouTubers would put videos out on it and occasionally collaborate in between. It's more like a network.
Factor to networks.
And yeah, I joined it because of my friend, and then I put out one video, and then the video was removed because there was a rule against having videos that weren't 16:9 resolution that I wasn't aware of. Which is stupid. I was upset at this at the time. So upset that I left the group out of spite. Because it was a Game Jolt garbage style video where I was playing this old crappy game that didn't have 16:9 resolution. And that was the point of the video, is this old crappy game, and it's crappy. So the resolution matter. It's a crappy old game.
Right, yeah.
That's the point of the series, of playing crappy games.
Exactly.
But no, wait, this video isn't 16:9. You're not allowed to upload this.
Oh, jeez.
Would you tell someone playing E.T. the Extraterrestrial on the NES, Atari 2600, that they're not allowed to upload it?
No, I wouldn't. I wouldn't know.
But, and so, I met a guy named PK Blaze that we started messaging back, and then forever. And he was a semi-active YouTuber. I'm still friends with him on Steam and stuff. We never actually collaborated. We just talked about collaborating, though.
Oh, wow.
And after that didn't work out, and the Dev Productions ended, was when I reached out to Reddit.
Okay, I see.
Very roundabout way to get there.
So you reached out to Reddit, and then how did that go?
I mean, our Reddit history is Reddit. I think I found Lazy's post, and he also found mine, and we replied to each other's posts. And then Lays collected a couple people from Reddit and assembled them into Gary's mod to play games. And he also invited his current friend at the time, who was Dreadcore, to host the server. I remember at the time, Lays always sounded like he was really, like, genuinely didn't like Dreadcore and was annoyed with him. I think they were just because they were friends, but he always sounded like he didn't like him.
You know, I think interviewing Lays will be the key, like, continuity, tying everything together to person to interview. I should interview him last, just so we get to him, and it's just like this long tale that connects all the stories.
He's talked a lot about how he and Dreadcore met on the a Minecraft game show. They were like friends, I guess, for like a year or something. I don't know. You don't really, like, if you picture just the Lazy Koalas content, you don't see Lays Dreadcore as like a pairing, you know?
Yeah, that's true, actually. But they were the OGs. They started this.
True.
It's sort of like how the first real crossover in the Marvel Cinematic Universe was Tony Stark showing up in the Hulk movie. You don't think of Hulk and Iron Man as a pairing. So that was the Gmod server, so you met Lays and Dreadcore there.
Lays and Dreadcore and some unmentionables.
Unmentionables?
I mean, they were fine people, but they...
Okay, I was about to say, these people robbed my home.
I don't know if they, like, openly, but... Twisted joined that group at some point. Or no, Cody joined that group at some point, and then Twisted. Nightclub was kind of there. I don't think he was in many videos. Nightclub's always been kind of there. Yeah, and then why does it that the Lazy Koalas always seems like the finite end to our story?
Because it kind of is. Everyone did Lazy Koalas for a year or two, and then everyone stopped, leaving me and you, and sometimes Twisted, to just be holding up the world on our shoulders. from the perspective of my audience, the whole story of the Lazy Koalas looks like this great, vast, and epic tale that ultimately is just a prequel to my story. But it's like, no, guys, we're alive. So, at what point did this loose confederation of YouTubers turn into the Lazy Gamers, or the Lazy Gamers?
Eventually we stopped like just doing videos. We got lazy or something. I think I was active on my channel still, but we just stopped meeting up, and I think Lazy just kind of got tired of that and then decided to start anew with a new group, and he invited all of us from our current group to it, and then some of us joined, some of us didn't, and then new people came along like you.
Well, hold on, I wasn't part of the Lazy Gamers. I'm talking about the group before Lazy Koalas. Oh.
Hello?
Hello?
Did you hear that?
Hear what?
I think my audio card crashed or something.
Oh.
You made a horrible noise to me. Sorry.
So I was talking about the Lazy Gamers.
You're the Lazy Gamers. The Lazy Gamers is before my time.
Oh, it's before your time.
I think, unless it was happening during my time. But
I think it might have been happening during your time.
I wasn't aware of it, that's for sure. I wasn't a part of the Lazy Gamers.
Oh, okay.
It was just something that we knew about and we memed on Lays for.
I see. So wait, when was your first contact with Cody?
No, the last Lazy Gamers videos was in 2013. Goodness.
You mean all one Lazy Gamers videos? There's the intro saying, "Hey guys, we're going to be doing the Lazy Gamers," and then there's a video, and that's it.
Does he have any like unlisted videos or anything?
Possibly, I don't know.
If so, yeah, this was well before me. I joined the sequel to the Lazy Gamers in June 2014.
So, Cody. Anyway. First encounter with Cody.
Oh, okay. We're playing more Gary's mod. I don't know how Lays. I think he was like just a late joiner from the Reddit posts. And then we played Gary's mod prop hunt together. Which is funny because like Cody did an intro to you can hear it in one of my videos. He's like, I'm playing prop hunt with some people. But that video never came out.
Nice.
I don't remember any videos that Cody put out during the time that I've known him.
Lost footage. There's evidence that Cody once uploaded a lot. We're gonna have to dive in deep when his interview comes about. We're gonna have to dive in deep. Not only
Hopefully
dive
these
in.
Videos are privated and not just deleted.
Right. I had to dive in deep to ask him these questions, but also dive in deep to get him to respond to anything.
If it's just you and him, he has to respond.
Right. What was your first encounter with Twisted Ambition? Was that the Lazy Koalas, or was it before that?
It was slightly before. I was on someone. I don't remember if it was his or Lazy's or both. One of them was streaming, and then I just kind of popped in and I'm like, hey. And then me, Twisted, and Lays played some Minecraft together.
Ah. Minecraft.
This is a stream, so I don't think it's
right
public anywhere.
Huh.
And then I don't think we really collaborated much before the Lazy Koalas, though.
Is there any like just Twisted and Ultrox videos out there? I don't think there are.
No, I don't want to be in this alone in the room with Twisted.
Okay. So
I get the I don't know. Whatever. I get the feeling that Twisted doesn't really like or care about me. Which is fine, but he rarely acknowledges my existence.
Jeez. Twisted, you need to give Ultrox some love.
I don't hold it against him. He's fine.
I think Twisted.
It's weird that he gets along with everyone other than me, though. It's just kind of weird.
I think Twisted plays the role of chaos, and I just kind of allow myself to be overwhelmed by the chaos, while you're definitely, like, easily the straight man of the group, the most normal person that can still be entertaining, and, like, it's like this flow of chaos that he wants to have float around just hits an unmovable object, and he just can't do anything with that. Perhaps that's my psychological analysis.
Yeah, I think there's some kind of... Our internet personalities don't meet in the same way that he does with other people.
So, you kind of touched this up, but then the Lazy Koalas come about, and you said that Lays was trying to get everyone to sort of unify a bit more. Yada yada yada.
Yeah, he was looking to make content.
And that was your
channel.
I believe that was your first encounter with me coming out of the wilds. Like, hey guys, I'm the next generation.
Prime 22.
Primus Prime 22 here in my bedroom with really long hair. And a slightly yellow tint to the screen. Recording from my microphone that's in my webcam.
You can tell if you look at early Lazy Koala stuff. Modern Lazy Koala stuff is just Radix holding the torch, but early, it was me and Lays kind of like running things, kind of. He obviously Lays the majority, but I was also there trying to help him, you know.
Yeah.
And so when new people came about, I tried my best to try to like get to know them or like know their channels, and I like watched a great swath of your videos.
Oh, and I'm sorry, because that era of
Primus Prime 22 videos during the podcast good. And stuff.
I think
to make them feel welcome.
I think it's very obvious that I feel very uncomfortable throughout the first era of Lazy Koalas, because I am doing something that's very much out of character for me. I'll probably get more into it if I'm asked these questions in my interview, but yeah, there was a lot going through my mind with the first Lazy Koalas era. From about when I joined to about when I left the first time, I was in a very uncomfortable position. But then around the time I came back, I started to like get more into it. You know, get a bit more comfortable.
I imagine we've talked about it before. It's a miracle that I think your personality made it so only you could do it, but break into the Lazy Koalas sphere. It was probably pretty intimidating. We already like knew each other, most of us, and like, you know.
Yeah, it was very intimidating to get into. It was like I was watching, like, I believe Lays gave some example videos of stuff of you guys working together, and I'm like, I can't even tell who's talking. I can't even tell these voices apart. Oh boy, this is going to be a pain. This is going to be difficult. Oh boy. It was very intimidating, especially for someone like me who is, like, I am the most socially awkward person I know. And that point in my life was a very bad point in my life, so I was even more antisocial than usual in that 2015-2016 era. And so it was probably the most difficult thing I've ever had to do, but I think it's like been one of the most worth it things I've had to do.
Oh.
So, let's see. We talked about your history. We've talked about through your role in the Lazy Koalas. What do you think are some lessons learned? I guess lessons learned in the Lazy Koalas, if there are any. I realize that's a weird question to ask without prepping.
Sure, sure. Oh, I'm not entirely. I think Lazy Koalas taught me a harsh lesson.
Oh.
The fate of the Lazy Koalas. I think I was probably somewhat trying at the start of the Lazy Koalas, but to see Lay's all of his like work, hard
Mm,
work into that channel, be it for naught, for us to
yeah.
get very single digit views on almost every video, that it hardened me a little bit. That
Yeah.
because I think that some Lazy Koalas had very like viral content most of the time, like the party games and stuff were a big hit at the time. I think, or
Yeah.
they should have been, but we just didn't get much traction. And then I think
Yeah.
post Lazy Koalas, I entered in a weird, but it's been a weird transition phase. But I think I'm in a good place now that I'm just kind of making videos that I want to make when I want to make them. I'm not really. If I think about it too much, I probably get sad or mad. But I'm okay. There was a point where I was very disheartened by not getting anywhere through years on YouTube, and
Mm.
then I stopped making videos, or consciously stopped making videos, but I didn't make any updates or anything. I just decided I'll just stop making videos. It's fine. And then, but I've always known that I'm going to keep making videos for the foreseeable future because it's just ingrained in my DNA.
Yeah, so you've done it for over 10 years. If you just tell yourself, I am not making videos anymore, then, like, what do you do with yourself?
Exactly.
Like, there have been several times where I thought I should probably stop doing YouTube, and then I think, if I stop doing YouTube, what will I do? And, like, no matter what, I will think, I could make a video. Like, I'm programmed to see something and, like, go, I should make a video on this.
That's so true.
Yeah. um, so yeah, I think it's important to keep that torch going, even if you have to change the way of how you hold that short torch or whatever. I don't know. This analogy was going better in my head, and now I started saying it, and now it's falling apart. But
I don't know if that's if you've said those exact words to me before. If I'm just having deja vu.
I I wouldn't be surprised if it was either of those. Um,
I've gone through uncomfortable phases of where I am in my YouTube quote unquote career, but right now I'm comfortable. So at least there's that.
so I guess this goes into my next question of why do you make videos?
Oh, what a deep and philosophical question. I don't know. I still like doing it. I've been doing it for so long. I don't know what I would do otherwise. Like you
Right?
said,
It's part of the Ultrox identity. Do you think of yourself as Ultrox or as like your real name? Because sometimes I go through phases where I'm like, yeah, I'm Commander Radix. If someone asked to introduce themselves to me, I like quick say your name. I would. There would be some times where I would say Radix before I would say my real name.
yeah, I've done that before. Hold on.
We're actually going to take an intermission real quick because I need to piss. Hold up for a moment. And we are back. Okay, so what were we saying before I had to piss immensely?
Oh, goodness. You asked a deep and philosophical. Why am I a YouTuber?
Yeah, why do you make videos? And you kind of answered that. Have you
Yeah,
said everything you have to say about that?
I think so. I
Okay.
like it. I often have ideas for videos, and I think it's okay that I've come to a place where I'm okay with having ideas but never executing them.
Heck yeah.
I'd like to execute them more, but I'll work on it.
Right. Okay, so we've kind of touched up on this like throughout this interview so far, but are there any people or creators? Why do I have it written as people or creators? Because creators aren't people. People or creators that you admire or have influenced you. And take any of those terms as you will, because like there's a difference between someone who's influenced you and someone you admire and stuff like that. So take that in any
Sure.
direction you want to.
I'm just remembering that video that I made where I just shit on everyone that I've watched.
Oh yeah, the complete opposite.
Yeah, I often I go through phases of watching a lot of TV and a lot of YouTube, and right now I'm watching a whole lot of Yogg's cast. I said it in that video. I don't admire them very much, but I watch a lot of them. You know what's weird about the Yogg's cast? Sorry, they've had so many controversies over the years, but they're just still going.
Oh really? Nice.
I looked it up. There's like so many, so many like weird sex things.
Oh, oh no, Young's cast, no.
That's actually at the start of making Minecraft videos. They were an inspiration for me in nightclub and stuff. We both watched the Shadow of Israfel and stuff. I don't know if you're aware of this.
I,
It was very
I,
popular at the time.
I've never watched any Yogg's cast thing.
They made quite popular Minecraft videos. I guess they probably still do, but
So alright, so as far as people and creators you admire, you've already listed weird sex things from the Yogg's cast.
yeah, that's what I admire most. I feel like I feel like I don't watch a lot of YouTubers nowadays. I kind of watch, at least not people I admire.
Right, or influenced, or whichever.
I think most of my videos are probably inspired by people I don't watch anymore. I don't know.
That's definitely fair.
I'm not sure. I don't have a trace for that kind of thing.
Yeah, I definitely have a lot of stuff I'm inspired by that I don't watch
Yeah,
anymore. General
sure.
Sam comes to mind because I haven't watched any of his videos in like a year, but I still do gay intros like he used to, I guess, and sometimes does still.
And I know you often may be generous, but compare yourself to a Digibro and like
Yeah, Digibro's interesting because I do watch everything he puts out, which is an immense amount of content.
whereas I feel like I don't have anything like that where I can point to it and like that's where I come from.
That's where I come from. I'm that school of thought. That's definitely fair. Take the future into your own hands.
Maybe again, I've just been doing it so long that I'm just doing whatever.
Some artists need.
I'm just going with a flow that's lasted too long.
Some artists need to follow a school of art or whatever, and follow a school of thought, follow like their inspirations. Some artists just like, I'm gonna draw this and then develop their own style immediately. You know, it's not
I
a.
think you inspire me.
That sounds gay.
Just sappy but genuine. Often, I'm too lazy to do something, and then you'll tweet at me, which bothers me, but
Which
then do
bothers-
something.
Which causes me immense anxiety and pain and stress.
I don't like it, but I listen to it anyway.
I just need to schedule on TweetDeck to tweet like every 2 weeks in all caps. Where is Ultrox Infinity?
like usually after we talk about these kind of things, which we do occasionally, then boot up my editing program and get to work on a video. You know.
Right. Yeah. I kind of noticed that where anytime a video comes out, it's like, oh, like 2 days ago, we had a conversation. Is that the key? Is that how? Is that how
Yes.
the Ultrox model is
That's
sustainable?
Aki. Esta Aki.
It's the key.
Which I don't. What does that mean? I say it sometimes. But
I think it means it is here.
let's look it up. Yeah.
It is here. Está aquí. Alright, so I guess my final major question is, I guess where do we go from here with the Ultrox Infinity channel? I know like your bread and butter is gaming stuff, but also like I've noticed you've kind of branched out a little bit, like the video where you yell at every single YouTuber you follow is a bit new. You've made that video like explaining why you made a decision in Walking Dead. Is there more branching out in the... Oh god, what do I have hiccups? Oh god! Is there more
I know.
branching out and planned for the Ultrox Infinity channel? And besides that, what about the bread and butter? Where is the Ultrox Infinity channel going from here? Where are you going from here? What are your plans? What are your thoughts, even if they don't come to fruition?
Well, first off, I'm going to die tonight.
Me
I'm going
too.
to kill myself.
Ultrox, I'm gonna kill myself tonight.
Oh, immediately demonetized.
Right.
I only noticed after the fact. I feel like it should have been a bigger deal. That's a YouTuber's video that I made. I think it's like my first non-gaming like commentary video, gaming related. And I just kind of did it one day, and it just felt natural. I don't know.
You're starting to get that.
I only noticed after the fact that it wasn't a gaming video.
You also did Ultrox Roulette. That also wasn't necessarily strictly a gaming video.
Not, I suppose, directly. Indirectly.
Indirectly, sure.
That video is about as meta as I'll get nowadays.
All right.
I don't like talking about myself. This is a horrible... I'm going to request that you unlist this video after we're done.
I don't think that's possible at this point.
Are you saying we're live right now? Oh, no.
Oh, yes, we're live right now. Every racial slur that you've said has been broadcasted to the entire world.
I actually currently... God dang it. This video that we have planned involves nightclubs. It'll never come out.
Oh, no.
I have a non-gaming video involving nightclub. Set to come out on 31st of December.
Uh-huh.
We'll see if we hit that mark, though.
All right.
But, you know, I've just realized is that I don't know what I'm going to do next, but that's okay.
That's okay.
Something will come to me.
Yeah.
I have Frog Detective coming out. I have a list of video ideas that I can always go to.
Nice.
You know, Assassin's Creed, maybe I'll get back into that one day.
Maybe we're a long way from finishing the Assassin's Creed saga.
That's something that, like you said, that you have your Battlefield videos from 2 years ago.
Yes.
That's an ongoing series. Something similar. It feels like just yesterday that I was putting out Assassin's Creed videos, and I'm gonna get into it eventually.
Yeah, as someone who religiously watches these Assassin's Creed videos, I can tell you that it has not been just yesterday since the last release.
You know what's fun is that Game Jolt Garbage is always an easy series to fall back on.
Game Jolt Garbage is a quality series.
So much so that when you were making a video for my channel, you asked what I don't know what video to make, and I'm like, you can just do a games of garbage.
Yeah, I didn't do that. Nice.
12 Games of Christmas will return this year if I feel like it.
Okay. It's like that's not much of a promise. It will return if I feel like it. It's like, if I make this video, I will make this video.
The year that I stopped doing it was a bad time. And so I just didn't, I wasn't really doing videos like I am now. And this last year, I just ran out of time. That's what that 8 Games of Hanukkah was as a replacement.
8 Games of Hanukkah, a classic.
Call of Duty, again, I was going through a drought where I didn't want to make videos, so I didn't do a Modern Warfare video. Also, that Modern Warfare, that looks pretty good.
Oh. Pretty solid. Okay, let's see.
So, going forward, are we okay?
Yeah? What do you mean, are we okay?
I don't know, you sounded like you were panicking.
No, I'm good. I finished all my major questions. I'm looking to see if there's any like good YouTube tags, but like they're all lame questions. Like number
It's
1,
fine.
are you lazy?
Yeah.
Lazy koala.
I pride myself on my laziness.
That's why you created the Lazy Koalas.
That's me.
That's him.
I'm the grandfather of the Lazy Koalas.
All right. Anything else you'd like to say on your interview? Any other? It's a weird.
No.
Of course not. Of course not.
I don't like this.
Well, we managed
I'm
to
not
go
here
for.
willingly. I'm here against my will.
We managed to go for 2 hours, and I think that's a successful interview. How long did Twisted's interview last? Twisted's interview lasted. If it would load. We went well over Twisted's interview. So.
Nice. I beat Twisted.
You beat Twisted. Let's not make this a trend where everyone tries to go longer than the others.
It's like the Lazy Koalas podcast where we just try to keep it going.
Right, yeah. Well, thank you for coming onto the Commander Radix channel on this series in which I interview the members of the Lazy Koalas, Mr. Ultrox Infinity.
Oh boy.
And yeah, who do we interview next?
I hope you know that I'm the only one that's going to have any real drive, and I will be the one that will interview you one day. It'll be the series finale.
Yeah, do we want to make me the finale or Lays? Because Lays kind of connects everything together. Well, I guess if we want to use the narrative that the Lazy Koalas is the conclusion to everyone but the prequel to me, then maybe we can use me as the finale.
It's either going to be me or Twisted that interviews you.
Alright.
I'd prefer it to be Twisted, but I don't know if you will.
Now, I'm like the opposite. My favorite thing to talk about is myself. So
it's gonna be so easy.
So I hope I get some deep-hitting questions for my interview.
You don't even need questions. You'll just go for 2 hours.
That's entirely possible. I could definitely do that. It's Cody and Dreadcore, and maybe Nightclub that will be a bit difficult. Or maybe difficult's the wrong word. Shorter could be a nicer word.
I mean, you got all the fuel for Nightclub now. I mean, I incepted Nightclub. I'm his father.
His father. Alright, so where can the viewers find you right now, Ultrox Infinity?
Right now, I'm on youtube.com/Ultrox Infinity. and that's it. I've
That's-
decided to de-link my Twitter and Twitch accounts.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, man. Okay. Is there any reasoning behind this?
I just feel like Twitter's for people who care what you are saying, and and all I do is I tweet you a joke or something. And that's about it.
And what about Twitch? What benefit
I
is there?
don't use my Twitch.
But it's still there. It's an option. I don't use my Twitch, but I have
on
it there.
YouTube. I actually don't like streaming on YouTube.
Yeah, I only stream on YouTube
I
because
streamed on YouTube once. I was streaming Grand Theft Auto, and the in-game radio got the whole thing claimed.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the only reason I stream on YouTube is because I technically have the audience here, although chat has been dead for pretty much the whole 2 hours. And what's the other thing I don't like about streaming? Oh, why do I stream here? Oh, to help the algorithm, because technically it's a video. So it's technically an upload. But yeah. How do I end this?
Berber.
Berber.
That's the patented Ultrox Infinity outro.
That's how you do it. Thanks for watching, everyone. Social media links are in the description. Subscribe to this channel if you have not yet. Support me on Patreon. None of it will go to Ultrox. And yeah. Have a great day. Have a great day, ladies and gentlemen.